How's it going, guys? TacTixHD here with another NHL 16 team build video. This video, guys, is showing you the best silver team in NHL 16. The team's comprised entirely of Team of the Year cards and one Team of the Week card. As you guys can see, it's a 4.5-star team with a 22.3 million salary and 83 team chemistry. So if you're worried about the salary, it's very low. Team chemistry could be higher, but 83 is the highest you can get without putting any change team cards on them. And all these silver and bronze cards really lose their value if you put an NHL change team on them. So I figured we try to get the highest chemistry possible without doing that. Obviously, too, with all the different leagues, it's pretty tough when you have like AHL, National League, SHL, Liga, etc. So we did the best we could. As you guys can see, the first line there is stacked. We got Team of the Year Griffith, 89 overall, 92 skating, 90 shooting, 90 hands. A really solid player. He's right-handed, so of course I got him on the left wing. I like to have the opposite hands on the opposite wings. Very good player for me. I really liked him. I think he costs around 150k, so just kind of I'll tell you guys the price of all the players, as I've seen some people wanted that. So this team's pretty expensive considering their overall, but it's basically because A, they're Team of the Years, B, if they have their original team on it, you know, whatever league it's from, that makes them even more valuable, and then C, there's not very many available. So, you know, if you want to get Team of the Year Nylander, there's only so many. He's going to go for a lot. Speaking of Team of the Year Nylander guy, 92 overall, very good player. One thing I didn't like about him, he only has 65 faceoffs, but for this line here, I had to play him at center as there's only 4 HL players available, and the other guy wasn't as good typically in the first line. So he can't. Griffith and Ritchie can't play center, so Nylander had to do it. Didn't play as well as I thought he would, but he did play pretty good. He's going for around 300k, I believe. Team of the Year Ritchie guys on the right wing here. Of course, he's left-handed. Obviously, he's a big winger. He's got 92 checking there, 89 shooting, only 84 hands and 83 defense, which I didn't really like. But I mean, he has a nice shot on him. Obviously, he's a big guy, can make the hits. But obviously, the hands and the defense really aren't that great for his own zone. Next, guys, this is a Swiss line here. We got Team of the Year Lindgren on the right wing. Obviously, left-handed. Pretty good player. I like his speed, 90 skating. He's also got 90 hands and 88 defense, so pretty good on both the power play and the penalty kill. He's going for about 125k, I believe, which is actually a pretty fair price, I think, for him. Starting the line, guys, is Austin Matthews, arguably the best player on this team. 90 overall. He's going for like 500k right now, which is insane. I don't think I'd say he's worth that much. I think I paid about 300 for him. And even then, that's a lot to pay for only a 90 overall player, but obviously Matthews, you know, he's going to be the first overall pick, and his card is very good. He played really well for me. And on the left wing here, guys, we have Team of the Week Peterson, the only non-Team of the Year card. If you're wondering why I have him, his slap shot is amazing. You can see he's got 90 shooting there. His slap shot's something like 95 slap shot accuracy and like 99 slap shot power. I'm not exactly sure the numbers, but his slap shot's insane. So you put him on the point in the power play and just let him rip the puck. Third line here, guys, is a Dell line, so obviously the German line. Left wing here, we have Reimer, really solid left winger, actually. 88 overall, he's got 93 skating, 90 shooting, 87 hands. I think he's going for about 100k right now. Forgot to mention Peterson's going for about 90. Starting the line, guys, is Team of the Year Vokes. Actually a very solid player. I thought he'd be my, third line center, maybe get a couple points, but he actually was our leading scorer. You guys will see later in this video. Obviously, very solid center. He's got good face-offs on him. Pretty solid defensively, even though he's only got 84 defense. I was actually very happy with his play, especially for being 86 overall. And then finally, guys, on the right wing here, the lowest rated player on the team, but he did pretty good. Team of the Year Cahoon, I believe you say his name. He's got 89 skating there as his high stat. Checking and defense are pretty low. He's pretty quick, and that makes up for those checking and defensive stats. He's going for around 20k, I think. Vokes you can probably get for like 50 or 60. So this is probably one of the cheaper lines on the team. And then finally, guys, the fourth line here. All three of these guys are from different leagues, so only 75 chemistry. You can see we got Aho there on the right wing. We got Kearns in the center. Very good face-offs, but like I said, I'd rather have Nylander on the first line than Kearns. He's also really solid on the penalty kill. So I got him and Vokes doing the penalty kill duties. He's also got 90 checking there, 86 defense. He's a solid center. Aho, guys, I think goes for about 25k. Kearns is like 50. And on left wing here, we have Lash, I believe you say his name. Pretty solid left winger, 92 skating, so he's quick. 86 shooting, 87 hands, so it's pretty good offensive stats. And then I think all of my, as you guys can see, all of my wingers are like right-handed on the left side and left-handed on the right side. So I made sure to get all that done, as like I said, I think it's a lot better. Defense here, guys, you can see that top pairing there is sick. We got Team of the Year Morrissey and Team of the Year Theodore. Morrissey there, I think, is going for about 50k. And I tried to do the same with the defense as I did with the wingers, but unfortunately, you guys will see it's not available with the cards we have. The first line, though, you can see Theodore left-handed on the right side. Morrissey, though, also left on the left side. Second pairing here, we have Brennan and Jarvinen. Unfortunately, not very much chemistry there, but Jarvinen's pretty solid, 86 overall. He's got 89 skating, so he's quick, 94 checking. Pretty good defensive defenseman. Paired up with him, I have Brennan, very good defenseman, 89 overall. I think he's going for about 125k right now, so he's pretty expensive, but he did very good. Reason I have him on the right side here instead of Morrissey, have him and Theodore as a top pairing is I figured he's got that better shot, so I'd rather have him on the right side in the second pairing. Give me a nicer, chance for those slap shots on the points. Morrissey can kind of play a more defensive role here on the top pairing. Also, guys, I think I forgot to mention a couple prices. Theodore's going for, I think, like almost 200k, especially if he has the Gauls change team. And then Brennan's going for like 125, Jarvinen 60, maybe 70. And then third pairing here, guys, the worst D pairing. It's not that great, but he does have 80 team chemistry. They both play in the National League. Rathgeb here, 83 overall. Doesn't have the very good stats, but he actually played a lot better than I thought. Like, no stat there's above 84, but he's not that slow, and he's not that bad at all. So he was kind of a weird one for me. I thought he'd be pretty bad, but he's actually a decent player. And then Genazzi there on the right side, offensive defenseman. He's only got 77 shooting, but it's a bit, I guess, misleading as his slap shot power and accuracy are both very good. I think they're like high 80s. It's just his wrist shot accuracy and power are both like low 70s. So if you're taking slap shots on the point with him, you're fine. If you're trying to like snipe in the slot, he's not really going to do it for you. So just kind of keep that in mind. Both these guys are pretty cheap. I think Rathgeb's like 20k, Genazzi's like 30. And then in goal, of course, guys, we have 90 overall, Team of the Year Murray, a really solid goalie. I think he costs about 200k though, so he's pretty expensive. One funny thing too, he's 6'3" and only weighs 160 pounds. So like, imagine that. I'm like 5'11", 150. This guy's 6'3", 160. So he's kind of light out there, but obviously he's got the height. And he actually played pretty well for me. And then backing him up, we have Team of the Year Budai, who unfortunately did not play very well for me at all. You guys will see that when we look at the statistics from the games we played. Before that, though, guys, I want to show you all these special teams. So first line here, we have Theodore and Peterson on the point, and I mean, that's honestly unreal. I think I forgot to mention, Theodore has 99 slap shot power and 99 wrist shot power. So whichever one he's doing, it's got 99 power, which is crazy. So these two on the points with their slap shots, even Theodore with his wrist shot is just crazy for the other team. And then you got both Nylander and Matthews there on the first pairing. So crazy first line power play. Second line's even really solid there. You got Griffith, Lindgren, Reimer, and Brennan on the point. The four-man power play guys, we're looking for speed mainly. Still got Pearson though on the point because you can't pass up on that. And then of course the power play too, just speed again. Penalty kill, we got Kearns and Vokes as the centers. Nylander and Lindgren on the wing just to give us that speed. And then defense, giving Theodore a bit of a break there. And subbing in a couple guys are on the power play that should have more energy. Three-man penalty kill, just same centers there with the same D pairings. Shootout is all the best left-handed shooters. I even got Theodore there because I figured he's got 99 slap shot power, 99 wrist shot power. He should be able to just snipe it there in the shootout for me. Extra attacker, of course, Nylander and Matthews. Possibly two Leafs. We'll see, I guess, in a couple weeks here. Goalies I already showed, Murray and Budai, and then a coach, Skuna is my favorite coach. So those are the lineups, guys. Now I'm going to show you the statistics from the 5 games we played. So like I was saying, guys, Vokes was the surprise player without a doubt. 86 overall, third-line center, but he put up 5 points in 5 games with 4 goals, so really impressed with him. Griffith there had 4 goals in 4 goals in 5 games, no assists, but he played pretty well. Peterson there, 3 points in 5 games, only 1 goal, but he was ripping him on net, just unfortunately one time went in. Theodore there, 3 assists. Theodore was without a doubt the best defenseman. I mean, he should be at 91 overall, and I think I'm actually going to try him on my real team. Going to put a change team on, which is going to hurt because I'm going to lose some value, but it's going to be worth it to try him out with some other really good players. Kahun there, 81 overall. As you guys can see, he actually had 3 points in 5 games, so he didn't do too bad. That Dell line was pretty solid. Matthews there, 2 points in 5 games. Would have expected a bit more from Matthews, but he was really solid. Obviously, sometimes just whatever reason they're not on the score sheet. Kearns there, 2 points, 5 games. Morrissey the same. Reimer 2 and 5. Brennan 2 and 5. Nylander only had 1 point in 5 games. Like I said, he didn't play as well as I thought he would, but maybe it was because he was center. I'm going to try him on the wing on a different team. You guys will see pretty soon. Jarvin there, 1 point, which is fine. Defensive defenseman. Lash, 1 point. Playing on the 4th line. I don't think he's even on any power play or anything, so can't really blame him for that. Richie only had 1 point, so I mean, he could have definitely done better. Lindgren also only had 1 point, but he was really solid in the penalty kill. He's really fast, and I like his, defensive abilities. Aho there, 1 point, again, kind of like Lash there. Plays on the 4th line. I think he might be on the 2nd power play, but that'd be it. Rathgeb, 0 points, but he's defensive defenseman. 9-5, which also isn't very good. I know I was saying he played better than his stats show, but clearly he was actually out there for a lot of goals. And then Genazzi there, 0 points, -4. So I mean, my third pairing D there definitely wasn't doing too good. 0 points, -5, -4. But I mean, I can't really blame them. You know, they're the lowest overall, so it's kind of going to happen. Goalies here, guys, you can see Murray pretty good, 1-2. One of those losses was actually in the shootout, so he's like 1-1-1. 2 goals against, 83 save percentage. Budai, though, was basically terrible. 2 games played, 2 losses, 6 goals against, and a 75% save percentage. So he didn't play good at all. Like, a quarter of the shots they took went in. Like, that's terrible. 6 goals against. Obviously, you could blame my defense, but I mean, Murray did not do anywhere near that bad, so I would not recommend Budai. Murray, I would recommend if you can get him for a good price. Also, guys, speaking of that, you can see my record in the 5 games would have only been 1, 2, and what would have been 1, 3, and 1. So not the best record in those 5 games. You got to realize, like I was saying earlier with the 83 chemistry does play a huge role. If your team has 100 chemistry, that means they're playing to like their max ability. So a 90 center is playing like a 90 center. If you have 80 chemistry, a 90 center is maybe only playing like a 86 center. So I did notice like they weren't playing as good as I thought they could. There's some passes that was weird. There were some goals that went in that were even weird. So I think it might have had a big effect on the goalies, and that might be why Budai was so terrible. So just note, you know, if you're gonna make this team, the chemistry is a big factor. I would definitely recommend just using some of your favorite players from this team and combining them with some other regular NHL players, putting change teams on them, and you'll definitely have more success. So anyway, guys, this is the best silver team in the game. I think if they had 100 chemistry, they would have played better, but overall, there was a lot of bright spots there, a lot of good players that I didn't even expect to be that good. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, leave that thumbs up. Stay tuned for my next team build. It's going to be a pretty special one. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Goodbye.